Hey, what's going on with it once again? Ladies and gentlemen, fanboys and fangirls, is the one, the only Mr. Criticism Guy 2009, aka Nintendo Free 2011. And before I begin, real quick, this is either way, no way, shape, or form bashing on Christianity and shit like that, because I actually came from a family background. I had like certain Christian moral values every now and then. I'm not going to get too much into it, but long story short, and we're like really strict on certain things, but at the same time, they sort of were. So back in my 90s kids days, there was only certain things I was able to watch and not watch. And I know the bitch is part of the Illuminati and shit like that, but Katy Perry, I remember she talked about it a long time ago. She was saying that like her parents were actually like preachers and pastors and shit, and they wouldn't let her watch certain things. Even she's a lot older than I am. She's like 29, 30ish or something years old. That woman is a fucking beautiful angel. Unfortunately, sucks ass because sex appeals is always big with the Illuminati, which really fucking sucks ass. It burns up. But at the same time, I'm a fucking guy, you know? I'm gonna want to have sex with women all the time, every once a week and shit, you know? I really don't give a fuck, you know? I lent out my way in the ways of the world, you know? And you could contradict me and shit like that, but no, I'm probably pretty much gonna make the ratings disable on this one because I'm probably gonna get a lot of shit for it. So you know what? Let's fucking begin. And if any of you guys are my subscribers and main viewers, I know you guys, unfortunately, I have to disable the rating comments or whatever. And yeah, let's begin. So Duck Dynasty, I'm not sure what the dude's name was. I think his name was Phil. Phil, whatever his name is. Obviously they're the stereotype kind of like southern redneck kind of things, you know, that they hate the fucking black guy or they hate the fucking Latino, Mexicano dude. Actually the ones that live out in Texas and shit. Maybe back in the day or sort of like that. There's probably super old ass fucking racist pieces of fucking shit out there. And I'm trying to be as professional as possible. As you can tell, you know, I got the nice, you know, pretty much casual type of, you know, not really a business suit, but at the same time, it's kind of a vacation, you know, kind of mixing business with pleasure kind of thing. So I'm probably going to start doing these on my alternate media, especially next year. So be on the lookout for that. There's going to be a lot of changes. I might do an update for 2014, maybe the first day. Who knows? But yeah, all these little fucking pieces of shit racist bastard cunts. I know not everyone for the South is a racist fuck, but unfortunately we've had history with that with African Americans and stuff. Unfortunately, ended up being slaves and stuff like that. They had a lot of movie adaptations, a lot of what else? Movie adaptations, book novels and stuff adaptations, and unfortunately a lot of racist like old PC video games and shit like that. I forgot what they were called, but I'm not going to be repeating them on this not show. I don't want to call it a TV show. On this alternative media news. The thing is that it irritates the fuck out of me every time, you know? And no offense to homosexuals or nothing. I know sometimes I say no homo or whatever. If you're a beautiful female watching, then that's different. By all means, you can get at me. But other than that, you know, the thing that irritates the fuck out of me on this thing is that some people, you know, they're still stuck in the 17 and 1800s, you know? I mean, I'll agree to a certain extent with this guy that he doesn't support the gays or nothing like that because, I really don't care what homosexual people do, and I gotta be really, really cautious how I say this shit, so people don't jam shit down my fucking throat. But I'm just saying, you know, because I even had like one or two gay co-workers. I didn't give a shit what they did. These gay male homosexuals back in my really old retail job about 3-4 years ago. I'm not gonna get into detail what it was about, but what I did. But you could pretty much either figure it out for yourself as much as you want. You're probably gonna get it wrong. I'll guarantee you this though, it wasn't for the government, that's for sure. But other than that, the thing that pisses me off is that some people, you know, they're pretty much, they want to be holier than thou. That's pretty much how I'm going to talk about it, you know. This dipshit from Duck Dynasty, I really don't care what he fucking does. I'll agree with them to a certain extent that it is wrong in a certain way. But at the same time, you really shouldn't give a shit what they fucking do, you know. The homosexual, that stands for the other one, like that LBGT, I think that's what it is. Lesbian, gay, transsexual, and like bisexual community. I really don't care because I remember I had an ex-girlfriend back in the days. I actually found out that chick was fucking bisexual, and at that time I really didn't give a fuck about it, you know. Especially, ain't the only time I did give a shit about it. It's funny as hell. It was back in my 90s, kids. I was kind of what's it called? I was like straightforward with that shit, you know. If anybody was gonna be, I'm probably gonna get a lot of like things. I'm just putting quote unquote in my past younger me. If anyone, especially in my elementary, middle school times, if anyone's gonna be a faggot or something, that shit, you know, people that dudes that like dudes, chick that like chicks, I pretty much disowned them in every step of the way. I didn't give a shit about them, literally. Even though I got bullied a couple times myself too, but at the same time I didn't give a fuck. Because it was something, because like my overweight way back in the day was just different, you know? Now I'm a grown adult, it's more acceptable, it's just cool, you know? But other than that, even though, I mean, it's still bad for some people, for others they don't give a shit. But getting back to my point, the thing is that, you know, I was kind of an asshole to them, unfortunately. Not until I was in high school, I started learning and started realizing, opening my eyes, like, why should I give a shit what they do behind closed doors, you know? It's none of my fucking business. I don't have to give a shit about it, number two. And then number three, most importantly, you know, it's their own fucking life. They're gonna live it however the fuck they want, you know? You know, with or without my saying, because I'm pretty sure their family members at that time, you know, they didn't give a fuck, you know? Seriously. Maybe their mother and father, you could put every excuse in the book. Maybe their father and their mother wasn't there in their life. You know, they didn't fucking know. Maybe they had a harsh background. Maybe their parents did drugs. They weren't there for them to, like, teach them how to be, like, to grow into a teenager, to go through their adolescency, to go to into adulthood, you know? To, you know, pretty much, you know, commute with society. Maybe, I don't know. Even though it is the mainstream media sheeple kind of thing to fucking say, but at the same time, it's half true, half false. Everything has a double-edged sword. I actually came to that conclusion, like I said, in my top 10 best Sinnoh Pokemon of all time list. Definitely check that shit out. Another reason why this thing kind of pissed me off is that it's going to make a lot of people from the South look bad. You know, there's some movie adaptations and book novel adaptations and some video game adaptations probably out there that, unfortunately, you know, that's how it is, sadly, you know? That they're going to say, like, oh, like, that all white people fucking hate blacks and Hispanics and Asians. And I'm not trying to go forward against it, because I know a lot of other people, like these two other black dudes, are really fucking chill guys, really awesome people. Named Misanthropic one, and the J Miller Speaks Out dude. Those two Moreno guys are chill as fuck, you know. If we have more African Americans like that, and maybe, you know, hey, the world could have been a lot more of a better place, especially in this country, you know. Unfortunately, sometimes they're on the Caucasians' good side, sometimes they're on the Caucasians' bad side, you know. It depends on what age group. What it really comes down to is age group, you know, how they were raised, you know, like what kind of family background did they have. Because every single person is from all different walks and aspects of life, obviously, you know. And I've been there as a minority back in the days, you know. As like one of the only Hispanics back when I was like in upstate New York and shit, you know. It was not fucking good times. It probably changed a lot with the demographics now. Even though I did live in New York City for a while, don't get me wrong. Then I lived in upstate New York. I kind of went back and forth there a couple times. I'm not going to tell why, because that's going to be too much deep personal information. But the thing is that this guy's got to learn how to respect other people's stuff. I'm not going to shove his shit down his throat. It's like, oh, you got to respect the gays and all the shit that they do. Because I don't agree with the whole lifestyle that they got. Maybe half of it's okay. I don't care. Some of them, I'm not going to try to stereotype gays and homosexuals out there, but some are really good at fucking dancing, acting. They end up being a lawyer. What else? An attorney, which is kind of the same thing already. What else is real professional? Like fashion designer. You know, they end up making $500,000 fucking every week. That's the good side for them. For those, I'm not gonna say those people, for those certain type of individuals, you know, out there that, you know, that they are homosexual or lesbian, you know. And then some of the lesbians end up getting put down. No offense to lesbians out there, you know. Hopefully they don't end up kicking my ass for nothing, you know. I mean no disrespect in any shape, way, or form, but some of them are kind of bitchy, I'm not going to lie. Then there's others that are really fucking chill-ass women, you know? Even though they consider themselves male and shit, but then that's a whole different story when it comes to transgenders and shit, you know? That's something I'm probably going to leave out of this conversation. And getting back to this guy, one more other thing I will say about him. I'm not going to tell him to go fuck off and shit, because even though he's kind of got that old way of thinking of gay homosexuality is wrong in a way it's perverted and shit like that, to some sort of extent I would sort of agree with that, but then at the same time, he's got to fucking keep up with the times. That's how it is. And yeah, other than that, that's all I have to say. So like I always say, is what it is, ain't what it ain't. See you when I see you guys. Have a good day, have a good night, wherever you're at around the world. Don't drink and smoke weed at the same time. Don't do anything reckless. Be safe, be easy. Talk to you soon. Peace out, lates, goodbye, and yeah, that's all I had to say. I'm gone. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Deuces. And I am out.